Hi, welcome back to our channel. Today's the first of many Halloween looks that we'll be doing. It's a Barbie inspired look, so I did it on myself and then I did it on her.
Watching, hope you enjoy.
Starting off for her base, I'm going in with a stippling brush and an E.L.F. primer and just applying that all over her skin. And here I'm applying Revlon ColorStay foundation on the back of my hand. Now just taking a simple flat brush, I'm applying that foundation all over her skin before I go in with a beauty sponge. And this just ensures that it's evenly placed throughout her face before we go in and blend. Now we're going to start with the eyes. I already applied one piece of just regular Scotch tape to the corner of each eye going up to the tip of the eyebrow so that we have a nice sharp edge at the end. I'm starting off with a jumbo eye pencil by NYX in the shade Milk and placing that all over Taylor's lid to create a base. Now going in with a plain white eyeshadow and a large brush, I'm packing that all over the lid on top of the eye pencil and bringing that up to her brow bone. And here I'm doing the same just with a smaller, more dense brush with the white eyeshadow. Barbie dolls have very intense eye creases, and that's what I'm going to create using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow. Going in with a very small angled brush, I'm going towards the inner eye from the tip of the tape where I felt like it was necessary, and I'm just swooping that across the lid, naturally following the shape of her eyeball. Starting with the bright shadows, I'm going in with Coastal Scents 88 Shadow Palette, and the deepest purple, I'm just going to place that over top of the fake crease that we created. I'm going to swoop that across the eyelid and just keep blending it out until I get a deep, nice color that I really like. Going in with the hot pink from that same Coastal Scents palette, I'm putting that on top or above that dark blue / purple shade we used, and I'm just going to keep blending the two together until I feel like I've reached the result that I really like. And blending is key in this, and you just have to be patient. Once I reached the final look with the shadows that I wanted, they're really smoked out between the purple and the pink. I'm going in with a liquid E.L.F. liner and just placing that on top of her lash line, but I'm not going out with a wing because as soon as we peel off that tape, the shadow creates its own wing. Once I felt like I was totally done with the eyeshadows, I peeled off the Scotch tape and you can see how sharp those edges are, and then I started contouring. So going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Palette, I'm going in with the lightest banana shade and placing that underneath her eyes. I'm also placing that on the bridge of her nose, in between her eyebrows, and on her chin. Now going in with the darkest shade in that cream contour palette, I'm placing that underneath her cheekbones, the sides of her nose, and the temple of her forehead. Normally, I wouldn't use the darkest shade for Taylor, especially with her skin tone as well as mine. We're both very fair, but since it's a Barbie Halloween look, I want it to be animated, so I want everything to stand out. And here I am just blending away. With the same sponge, I'm going to bake her under eye area with NYX loose powder to brighten up the eye area even more and set that concealer in place. Then I'm going to blend out that cream contour underneath her cheekbones and temples. Taking a large e.l.f. brush and Rimmel Stay Matte powder, I'm just going to wipe away the excess loose powder underneath her eyes, then use that powder to set the rest of her foundation in place, just to give it that matte look that we really want. In order to further intensify that contour, I'm going in with the ULTA Contour palette, and I'm just going to set that cream contour as well as deepen it up a little bit more. Barbie dolls have very pink cheeks, so going in with an e.l.f. as well as a NYX blush, I'm just going to pack that on her cheekbones, then later on blend it out with that same e.l.f. powder brush. Both pinks are very bright and glittery. Dolls have very wide, bright eyes, so going back in with that Jumbo Eye Pencil by NYX in the shade Milk, I'm lining her lower lash line with that to make it look like her actual eyes are larger, then recreating our own lower lash line. I'm following the shape of her eye using a black liner and just recreating a new line in order to make it look more doe-eyed and Barbie-like. And here I'm just further deepening that line just to make it more exaggerated. And same with the eye pencil, just brightening that with even more of a white color. Using Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow, just filling in her brows a little bit. Taylor has the most perfect eyebrows ever, so just doing what I felt was a little necessary. Going in with some falsies, just applying those to the upper lashes with no product yet. I personally like putting the lashes on, letting it completely dry, then blending them with a thin coat of mascara. Now going in with a MAC pressed pigment and a large fan brush, putting that on the bridge of her nose, cupid's bow, and cheekbones. Then I am applying a very bright fuchsia hot pink liquid lipstick. Now I'm just working on some finishing touches, deepening up that lower lash line we created even more. Then at the end, I decided that I wanted to add a touch of that NYX blush that we used because the liquid lipstick does dry matte and the blush gave it a frosty look, which I ended up really liking. And here's the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. P.S. All products will be in the description box below.